Hello. Welcome back to probably the only playthrough of Nobunaga's Ambition Taishi that isn't sponsored by. Oh wait, get it? But you know. Anywho, let's begin. I actually did want to mention I'm not really wanting to commit to this, but I do seem to be trending towards I stream around 11 a.m. Eastern American time. If that's ever of an interest to anyone. That's about when I've been doing it. Can't guarantee that, but has been what I have been doing so far. I also wanted to mention, and I apologize for this, I didn't realize, because I had mentioned I wanted to maybe try, I was thinking there might be some quests or historical events for Yuzoji here. And there is, it's just in a DLC. So, whoops. And I don't have that DLC. And I, unfortunately, I don't plan on restarting. Just for that. So, sorry if I had been planning this a little bit better. Probably would have got that in advance. Would have been great. But suffice to say, we probably, at this point, would have been past that either way. Well, almost. All right. So, picking up from last time, we're in a pretty good spot. Well, pretty good. We're going to have to start worrying about this orange blob over here in a minute. But you know what would be great? I have high hopes. Well, not really. If Chosukabe here, right? He's at war with Mori. They're going over here. The best case scenario, Chosukabe takes like at least one castle over here, and then I'll just scoop that up myself. That would be ideal. All right, let's go through our turn by turn. Oh my gosh, we have so much money on the table now. And believe me, once these all start coalescing into these grand trade zones, our income is gonna just gonna soar. All right, we have 25k in the bank. So to that, I say we should start developing things and repairing our castles. Repair those. Now we could consider constructing new castles. I don't think we really need any. I think the most useful benefit to constructing a castle is if you're a smaller clan, and instead of expanding militarily, you can just build more power. I don't think we really need that. And besides, a lot of our area that doesn't have castles, it's all mountains anyways, which is not a huge problem in this version of the game. Because before, in previous Nobunaga's Ambitions, if you built a castle in the mountains, you had no space. That is not the case anymore in this version, but it's still not great. We don't need them. So we're just going to develop all the things. Build all the things. Since we have the money. For now. Well. Put horses. No. What am I looking at? Hello? Oh. I must have clicked the castle. Okay. Gosh. Reservoirs all over the damn place. Looks like a pretty good place. This is covering a lot of castles.
Understood.
I don't know if we need any more reservoirs. I mean, could put more. Anywho, don't think we need them. Gosh. So many things to build. Hopefully, this island will basically become untouched at a certain point in time, and we won't have to worry about anyone destroying these buildings.
I understand.
This place has got things going for it. So many adjacent spaces.
I understand. Ha. I understand.
More than it could ever possibly need, really. Gosh. This is so many adjacent spaces.
Ha.
What do I even do? I already got everything there. I guess I could just build a reservoir.
Ha.
Fishing towns? Yeah.
I understand. Huh. I understand.
This one, we're actually going to a little adjustment here. That.
Understood.
Where am I missing this? Even more here. Alright, I think in this one I'm just going to build some defensive structures there. Here. There. And this will be...
Understood.
Okay. How much money do we have left? 12k? Startup.
I understand.
I think we're now going to go into a phase where we're going to definitely mop up the southern tip of Kyushu, but we really want to start really developing. Now that we have a pretty good stranglehold on most of it, we can start to really start upgrading all the buildings here. That and making sure our forces are ready to go. Probably start... eventually, we're going to get to the point where, you know, I'll start pulling troops from the back line and just move them up front. Let's take a look. These still need a few turns in order for all the refugees to come back. This one's got a lot of people. I think it's a good investment long term. Maybe, I mean, there's probably a few different ways you can play this. I don't think it's strictly a bad idea, but I personally find it's a better long-term investment to weed out the militia. Okay, let's not go too crazy. Is really getting rid of all those militia also is going to it's going to keep boosting my harvest. Like, let me see here. Let me see. Is there any place that has a ton of militia right now? I just want to see exactly what effect that has on my yearly harvest. Because maybe I'm just actually completely wrong. I mean, 89,565. Well, maybe it only takes effect after your after they actually, because I guess when you do this, you're only telling them to swap. They haven't actually swapped yet. I guess I can't do 13.
Understood.
All right. I am keenly interested in how this conflict sorts out. I mean, I don't really think they can do much, but you never know. Are refugees coming back? Dencho.
Allow me to report. Please, command me.
Spring work. This is fertility and productivity. I think these over here on the East Coast are looking pretty sketchy.
Understood. Understood. Ha.
Help those out a bit. Anything still in the... Use some help. I feel like there's some value in trying to do maybe specialized settlements. Like maybe I could just really just pump all of my agricultural resources into developing a couple of castles and have them be my breadbasket, as it were. But, you know, feel like that is it's not much of a risk or a chance that you take, but it is slightly. I'd rather have everybody able to pull their weight in case I lose one. Like if I lose a critical, I mean, I know there's not much risk of something down in the corner getting taken, but I'd like to have everyone pull their weight. It's not too hard to have them be able to feed themselves, but you know. And I think we're going to save the rest of our labor for, you know, what we have left. We'll save that for the summer. Do some more mowing. The best time to mow your yard. 744. Yep. I really need, and I feel like I should have had this, I need an extra commerce action quite badly, actually. We could be upgrading our income a lot faster than we are. It's going to take us a few councils to get up to the commerce points that we need for it, but I've been slacking. Anyone else? I kind of want to see if there's any other wars going on. So there's this conflict. Technically, Chosokabe is also fighting them, so that's not good. Oda is taking out Atano. Nothing. Date is getting cleaned up. All this stuff over here that's not going to be too important for us. Yeah, things are looking for, even if we get through Mori, we still have this big Oda blob to get through, so this was the easy part. Then we start chipping away at the big clans. Are they too far away? Okay. I would like somehow to get in contact with the Oda, and then once our alliance expires with Mori, we can maybe try to sandwich them. Or, you know, if this whole Chosokabe thing pans out, that'd be great. Okay.
Allow me to report last month's results.
Let us begin the council.
Okay. So, commerce points. That's the plan. How many you got? 27? That's pretty good. 11? Alright, well this is... I think that's enough that I'm willing to take that plus something else. Yeah. We could use some agriculture and rhetoric.
And with that, this council is over.
I have a plan.
Castle, trade zone. We have a lot of those.
Look no further.
But I'm saving. I'm going to save my commerce points. As much as I could get those right now. Well, not all of these. A lot of these military ones also cost commerce points. We'll take this. Aggression during peacetime increases. Not how I thought that would read. Or maybe, oh, you know what I bet? So when you join a war, your baseline aggression is kind of right in the middle. You probably just start a little further along, what that is trying to say. Okay. And this is a pretty big trade zone. Yuga.
I understand.
Just wanting to make sure we don't have anything. Yeah, okay, we gotta assign some lords to these castles here. Let me actually check one thing about them. 6,000, 6,000, 9, 1. Okay, so I don't want to put my best person, even though Funai, usually that's a good area. Maybe they haven't returned yet. I think that was the old Otomo capital. That's fine.
Understood.
Okay, well, let's just put the good guy right into Funai, immediately after I say that. Look, I recognize what I did. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to be like, why the hell did he do that? I understand.
Understood.
Technically fix it next turn. No. Oh. For now. So everyone's got at least a lord assigned to it so we can deploy their troops. Okay. Yeah, it's not looking good. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully this is a choke point. Hey, let's go. I guess he's just playing defense. He's not going over there. They still have their full garrison too.
Allow me to report.
But he's sick. I don't know if that's one of our retainers or not. But if an officer gets sick, they lose a lot of their stats. Technically, if they're in an area with a onsen, they recover more quickly, supposedly. Let me actually move you over there. Oh, my... Dang it. All right. We'll fix it. Jun Takahashi. That's the one I wanted to move. Then this one... Mine... Hold on. Losing my mind. Okay, no. Not yet, anyways. And we'll put somebody else there.
Understood.
And we have 27 people in the capital just waiting to help the cause here. And I'm not going to be too picky about the helpers that I send out. As long as I don't kind of want to keep some of the good officers back home. Maybe that's not a good idea, but that's how I like to do things.
I understand.
Well, one day I'll learn. Oh, one of my favorite traditional Japanese names, Munekage Mondei Ujo. You see, the joke is because question mark. It's a localization bug.
Understood.
Eh, keep them coming.
I understand.
I could go faster on this. And I have tried automating this process in the past, but believe me, the AI manager does some things that I'm not okay with. Just do one here. They do some funky stuff, and I'm not okay with it. Most of it's okay, but some of it's not okay. So this is what it's come to.
Understood.
We got one more up here that needs somebody.
Understood.
And anybody else have one person? We need at least two everywhere. Alright, that should be fine for now. In fact, let me check something as well. If I was to say, you know, and I'm not sure if your daimyo dies, you might not get to pick who you want to succeed you. So it might be a good idea, once my daimyo gets to a certain age, to just pick somebody to take over. Different last name. And that's what I was, let me see. If I could, I almost want to wait until we clear out this, the Shimazu clan. They should have some young whippersnappers that'll live a while, and then I can marry one of them into the family to take over. Okay, we got that done, we got that done. Let's pop some development points down. By points, I mean
Understood.
spend money.
Understood.
Ha, ha,
Ha.
ha.
I understand.
I understand.
Huh.
Understood.
Understood.
So if I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but the difference between if you have the game or if you're wondering develop, it took me a little bit to figure this out between improve and continue. Whenever you build something, they actually get a assigned overseer. You can see here. Now they'll stay as the overseer until that officer goes to go do something else. And if you hit continue, it'll keep upgrading that building or facility using the same person as that overseer. If you hit improve, and you'll see how there's so many more options. One, it's for places that don't have an assigned overseer, or I can go to one that already has an overseer and pick somebody else to start working. I typically like to do all the continues first,
I understand.
just to keep it simple. We're out of money now, so that.
So I'm not to die in battle.
Iwaya Castle? I think that's us. He just became sick just a bit ago.
Allow me to report. Please command me.
Some more work. Let me just double check. Here we go. So one of the officers here died, so I gotta transfer some more personnel. Go. Okay, summer work. I think we're gonna do mostly mows here. You know, mow. Like I said, it's not a huge benefit for me to try to buff up a low productivity place, since the productivity always gets reset. I think the game recommends where you're going to get the highest gains, so getting the most raw gains is usually the best idea for this. 983. Okay, so I didn't compare these two, but Oh, I've got one more labor. Never. Just mow everywhere.
Understood.
By everywhere, I mean these 4 places. Okay. See if we can't gain this trade node to create a grand one. Still at war? Yeah, I think since they're so in such a bad position, they're just trying to defend. I don't think they're going to try to take any of the Mori castles. Okay. Oh, I probably should have read that. Okay, now they made peace. I think Oda just said he claimed the title, or Nobunaga just said he claimed the title of Shogun, I think.
Allow me to report.
Excuse me.
Let us begin.
Alright, so we still need more commerce points. Let me see. 17. Okay, so we're going to re-roll this. Well, do we need... Well, hold on. Do we need to? How many more do we need? We need 75, so yes. You're still going to need another 27 points. So if I can try to get that this round, that'd be great. Hey, same guy, just more stuff. 7.
That's what we're going with.
I actually don't need to do this specialized guy because I'm going to be at 75, so I might as well get some other points while I'm at it. Let's see, 10. Okay, this
Sounds good to me.
is like the best idea.
What about this plan?
Officer growth speed, that's actually, I think, pretty nice. Alright, let's get this extra action commerce, though. Hey, and we can still get the officer growth speed up. And what is this? Cavalry defense? I don't know if that's a priority right now. I don't know if I've seen the AI, if I've fought them and anybody with cavalry yet, but I mean this campaign. And hey, we can expand again.
I understand.
Brave New World. I'm gonna save. I like to. I mean, I could keep upgrading like 1 or 2 buildings at a time, but I'm gonna wait until we have a little bit more stockpile of currency to do some upgrades. Let me take a look. Can I actually attack them again? I could. And I think we will. Let's just try to clean them up. I mean, they're not really at risk of anyone else conquering them, but you know what? I want to get their officers.
I'll crush you with this strength.
Want to go ahead and lock down Kyushu. Thank you for the supplies, all 1,000 of them. Let's not... Okay, this should still be fine. You know what? Everybody get in there. Oh, that's right. We moved him. Moved him over to here. Did we? We're not deploying from our capital. That's what I was going to buy. Why not give them these 6,000 horses game? Why not give... I don't know. I see. You know what? Maybe in the previous games it did this. I did get a rebate on cavalry. Maybe it doesn't work that way. Maybe that's why it's not doing it automatically. So let's see if I get these 6,000 horses back. Should be fine.
Advance.
Okay, done. Your time is nigh, Maz. You could have been great. You could have been a contender, but unfortunately you had a human player on your island.
Allow me to report.
Ooh. Alright, we're almost at the harvest, though. It's fine.
Understood.
Expand. And believe me, once we actually expand into all these nodes, it's taken so long to do that because I've only had the one commerce action up to this point. We're going to start upgrading what we already have after that. I think we're fine to move on to the next phase. Victory is assured.
Stop their movement.
There we go. There's our harvest.
Allow me to report.
Just kind of moved up the schedule a little bit.
Please command me.
You have a lot of spare refugees here and no surplus farmland, so I actually am going to do a land clearance here. Not actually giving me that much more land, but we need to start clearing a few of these plots. Much as I kind of don't want to eat into our refugees, I also do like provisions. I'm gonna not do that one. Gosh, 10,000 refugees. We're not even at... We don't need the extra surplus land, but I'm going to go ahead and clear this one in advance. Expand. This is our vassals' territory, which we could go to. I'm still not exactly sure what these symbols mean. There's like a little person symbol and a lock symbol. I'm assuming these are some kind of recommendations from the game, like saying, hey, maybe you should monopolize this, and like maybe this means invest, like it thinks I should invest there. I don't know, though. Like, the lock makes sense. Like, well, first of all, it doesn't make sense to monopolize this, but I don't know what this other symbol might mean. The invest symbol is coins. Anywho, we're going to siege this one down. I don't know if I want to fight a 5,000 strong castle.
A messenger has arrived.
No. That's my strategy, except the AI always accepts it. I have the ability to say no, unfortunately for them.
My resolve.
Okay. Ooh. Apparently they're not very loyal, so I can just employ them early. So that was this in effect right here, the enemy surrender rate. Sometimes I didn't even finish sieging it. They were just like, "This is we're not going to win this," so they just surrendered early.
Allow me to report.
Let us begin the council.
Anything in particular we really feel like we need? Don't know if that is going to be the case. Gosh, you can really bump up that surrender rate. This would be kind of nice. Let me take a look over here. I think we might want to start... There's a lot of military techs we're kind of lacking in. Hold on, what is this provision right now? Just a little commerce. So, yeah, that's good. But now we're starting to get some good suggestions. Let's just take these.
I have a plan. I have an idea.
Definitely had a point at the beginning of the game where everyone was basically drip feeding us, 5 points at a time, but we're starting to roll. Definitely going to get supply management. And we're actually going to take... I do normally like this one for all the other times I've been playing with a lot of muskets. But we're going to take this, naval speed up, plus 3, I guess. Because there is a good... Oh, I might have skipped it. It's fine. There's a good chance we're going to need it moving into here, because there's a good chance we might not go through... I think this is the Chugoku region, or China region, I don't know. Even... No, it's not China, but anyway. The middle region. Anyways, we're probably going to go through here in Shikoku, and there's a lot of sailing that is going to be involved, at least from here to here, and maybe going from there and there. And the faster we sail, the less provisions we use, and we might be able to get into a defensive position before the enemy gets there. So,
Understood.
will be actually relevant to have some sailing speed. We have some cash for development, but let's go ahead and finish these guys off.
Stop their movement.
Go punch. Oh my gosh, yeah. So their aggression is so low. We were doing 3 times the damage that we were taking.
Advance. Surround them.
Eh. Yep.
Someone like
You'll see all those purple effects in that noise means the building is getting degraded. Oh, I was expecting to hear the clan eliminated
march.
noise, but I forgot to have this island down here.
Will my resolve remain unfulfilled?
Another one of our officers.
Ha. Ha.
Don't tell me. Don't tell here. Apparently... Somebody already took over automatic. Gotcha. Here are these castles. So, I'm actually going to... You know what? Let me wait a bit before I make those decisions. The problem is I can reassign the castle lords around to put them closer to the front line.
Surround them.
I don't know how often I feel inclined to do that. The island of
Army to report.
Tanegashima.
This month's results. Please command me.
Where we get all our muskets.
Understood.
Understood.
So we've got winter work, mostly fertilizer.
Ha. Ha.
Gonna cop out, and just do what the game suggests, which is these blinking things. Yeah, that sounds like a decent idea. Save the rest of the labor for the rest of the season or the year.
This castle is now ours.
There we go. Rip. Ooh, baby. Got his ninja headband on. I think some people might say I just get everybody. I really don't like having these people here. They're just kind of a waste of space. And the game does sort them. Basically, they take the aggregate of all their stats, and the highest ones go up here. Let's just take those Don't need to kill anyone.
I offer my thanks.
Let's go.
Well, and that's a landmark moment, pretty much. I mean, almost. We have just our vassal here. They will be integrated eventually, and I mean, technically, Mori has his little foothold here, but so, but besides those, we basically have all of Kyushu under our control now, for the most part. Like, 95, 98%. It's looking pretty good. We have the whole rest of this active phase to go through. Onganji. Wonder if that might trigger an event, maybe?
Allow me to report last month's results.
Let us begin the council. Okay, let's talk.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. 27 military
Sounds good
points.
to me.
Yeah, I know. It sounds good to me,
That
too.
This council is over. If you want a plan, look no further.
Seeds up. Always looking to expand. Our max number of actions is usually a good. There we go. Pure infantry morale. This is what we want. Stop it. Definitely are going for this. And I do want to get pure militia up as well, because I do want to go to the point where if some bases just don't have enough refugees to get a reasonable infantry force, at that point I'm just going to go all in either way and not mix them up. So if there is a base where I want to have all militia, then I would like to have that tech. At least they won't be quite as bad. Baby, 1,000 extra ducats. Okay, 13,000. Well, actually, let's start building the new places here. Another ranch.
Got it.
Our horses there.
I understand.
Ha! Understood.
All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to upgrade all of the pastures, or sorry, the ranches that we have on pastures. Because now that we actually have a few of them, I think it's time to try to ramp up production. I wish there was maybe an easier way to find them. There might be, but I'm not sure off the top of my head. Also doesn't help that a lot of the icons kind of stack on top of each other. I think that's... we really... No. We've got 3 pastures over here. Is that everything? Thought we had one more up here somewhere. Hold on. I know I can do... We've got 5 pastures. Oh gosh. Look like a freaking moron trying to find these. Gets right there. I know. Or maybe I guess I should say I don't know. And I'm not looking for these orange ones. In a way I am, but I want to upgrade these specifically that are on the pastures because they're going to give me better returns. Ish. I feel dumb. Okay, I'm not gonna like waste too much more time on this, but sincerely, where the hell are they? I could have swore there was one up here somewhere, up in our starting area. Says we have 5 of them. I know where 3 of them are. This doesn't really help. Sometimes the names of the cities kind of cover up. Usually it's the fishing towns, but actually though, no, that's not ours. Or you know what? It could just be stuff that's within our trade zones. So, because that was from the trading zone perspective. So it might be counting this one, and I don't know. That's fine. We'll leave it at those. Let's find some level 1 stuff.
Understood. I understand.
Upgrade.
Understood.
Basically, it sorts all these by the shortest amount of time.
Understood.
I'm just picking the
Understood.
person at the top. And it'll become more important later down the road once these get to a certain level. Because so for example, like once I hit level 5, there's only going to be a couple people that are able to actually upgrade it above that.
I understand.
Well, you know what? It's gone too far. Joke is too far. Just gonna go get the level 1 places. Across the board. Could probably get rid of that ninja village, but you know what? If they ever make it that far, I'll probably be glad I have it there.
Understood.
And that's our mark. Okay. We also do need to assign some lords to these castles. And what I'm going to do actually, actually going to go back here and give these to some of these guys right on the border. I definitely want
I understand.
some good officers in control of my border castles. Didn't check to see if they had a lot of infantry potential, but
Understood.
or just in general, really, now that I actually have some better officers available. Look at all these bright, up-and-comers here. Brimming with talent. All right, I think that should be okay for now. Then we're also going to... Oh, I did. Okay. Actually, skip down the list a couple. Gold personnel management. Okay. There. Nope. At the least, like I said, since everyone typically stockpiles at the capital. At least it makes it... Oh, I forgot the island, too. At least it makes it easy to just pick some people off a list here.
Understood.
Should have put actual namesake in charge here, but there you go.
I understand.
Enjoy that island, friend. Not gonna give you anybody. It's already pretty much developed anyways. Okay. Did our commerce? Okay, let everyone filter out. It takes them a little bit to move. 7,000 per month. Is our alliance already over? Boy, how the time flies. Well, this might
Understood.
tailor how we approach things. So, they are still sometimes I say things. They're still willing to be friends with us. And I honestly, if there comes a point where some clans will just hate you forever. And if they're not at that point yet, I feel like I don't want to instigate them quite yet. I don't know if I want to marry them. I think we're going to renew this. I know kind of a low T move, but I think that's the smart play. So, okay. Marriage. I don't even know what the point of this is. It just seems kind of odd. You're not. It's just like, yeah, I'll take you. 57. Looking pretty good for 57 though. But no. I'm sure there is a point. I just wasn't sure. So, like for example, this guy, 29 years old, brilliant stats, except for his politics, but who cares? I could marry him off to our daughter here and make him part of the family. He could succeed the clan for me. Seems a little cheap. It's just my own sons are all trash. I could give it to him. He's older, though. You know, it's one thing I do want to check, actually. No. Go back. We'll look at it from here. Is there a way for me to check this in advance? No, I don't think so. Because I know some of the Shimazu brothers have a couple different... So, the problem with making him... Well, I guess I could actually... Yeah, so when I retire, you can actually pick whose resolve you would like to actually keep. So even though some of these people might have a generic resolve right now, they can inherit mine. And let me see. How old is the old Takanobu these days? It's 47. He's got some years left in him. He's gonna stay in charge for now. We're not ready to give up the reins yet.
Understood.
Okay, let's take a look over here at Bungo. So I think this one's pretty close to getting locked down. Just need to do a couple of things. This node here, this 199 needs to get to the gold. We're gonna invest here, and then beyond that, we're gonna have to monopolize a few zones here to get Mori out of here. Mostly, they're not gonna be thrilled, but you know, who cares? Okay, and then in the next turn, we're gonna start funneling our troops into this slice right there.
Allow me to report. Last month's
Yep.
results.
Yep.
Please
Over
confirm.
100,000 supplies. Okay, so this is something that's going to have to happen.
Ha. Ha.
And start pulling infantry from all these areas down here.
Understood. Ha.
Kind of funny, you know, once you start pulling all the infantry, you're not planning on using how much income you actually have.
Understood.
Okay.
Understood.
I think for now we're gonna leave it at that in terms of pulling. Then we're gonna move back up here.
Understood.
Funai is still not in a great situation. We don't have pure militia yet, so I'll keep the mix.
Ha. Understood.
I'm gonna get all these up to 4,000.
Ha. 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 Understood. Ha. Understood.
Income is still looking good.
Understood.
Or decent at least.
Understood.
Okay, I don't know about that one. We're already pretty low. Okay. Should pull that one too.
Understood.
That's going to take at least a month or two to get to where it needs to be. I think the plan I have right now is to go after this clan right here and get a foothold here while I still can. Clan policy has minimized the damage.
Allow me to report.
Let us begin the council.
Silver mines, gold mines, no resource. Let's try to get this one. Just a little bit of more military and commerce points. It's kind of the MO here. Yeah, I'm okay with
That's
this.
what we're going with. And with that, this council is over.
Blockade power up. Oh, that's pretty nice. This one I think you get a lot more,
Present my
a lot earlier if you're Shimazu. Life extension policy, you know. So this one is, it's maybe not, yeah, so when you actually get militia, they don't actually stop giving you provisions. Farmers just give you more provisions. That helps you with that. Militia strength up. Here we go. Castle town support. I was tempted to get this elite militia, but exemption effect up, sure. take it. Alright. Still need to buff this up.
Understand.
But we're also going to start locking down
I understand.
some of these areas here. I do not want to wait too long. I'm going to go ahead and declare, well, okay, we're allied with Mori, so these sea zones I can go through without a problem. So yeah, let's go ahead and try to make our first expansion over here. 13. That just means that there's not very many clans in the whole of Japan left. Speaking of which, how are we doing? We've got to be up there. Number 4, there we go. Pretty mediocre on all these. We actually have more muskets in our stockpile than horses in terms of ranking. Okay. Alright, we're going to go ahead and declare war. Over here.
I'll crush you with this strength.
They actually take Mori's troops, but I don't think that'll be necessary. That's nasty choke point. Okay, so this kind of gives me an idea of where the AI wants to pull stuff by default anyway. So this is within our range of where we were stationing troops.
You all follow
It's fine. Get on the boats. If we ever do get a naval battle, I will try to play that one out, even if we have a big advantage. I have yet to actually do a naval battle, having taken control of it directly anyways. So this is good. I think we might actually be able to get a grand trade zone right now. Double check. So at the end of when I pass the turn, this trade zone should coalesce. Gonna hold on to our cash for now. Send them over. Anything good here? Commercial port? Yeah, there we go. $9,000. Yep, our income just jumped by another like 2,500 there.
Allow me to report. Please command me.
Now, if you've made it this far, and you would be inclined to have an opinion on this, if you made it this far, in the middle of in the middle of part 5, I'm gonna throw this question out there. Maybe I'll probably ask again at the beginning of the next one. This has already gone up to an hour. I could technically start breaking the episodes into smaller parts. There's some, advantages and disadvantages to that, I feel, but
Understood.
sometimes personally I like to just, sink my teeth into a really long clip, Sometimes I don't. So I also, in an effort to probably do as little editing, I definitely need to spend my labor here before. Shit! I must have been not paying attention and just completely missed the sow in the spring. I'm sorry. I've completely overlooked that. But anyways, in an effort to maybe do as little editing as possible, this is the most convenient for me.
Understood.
Just to play until I feel like stopping. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Move along here. Decide to gather down here and then march over. Oh gosh, I thought there wasn't going to be a choke point. Okay, well at least it's even. We're not at a disadvantage. Hey, look at this. Our unit quality is actually better than theirs for once.
Leave it to me.
Alright, do they have forts? Yes. I don't think lure, decoy, or luring ambush is necessarily the best.
Please, leave this to us.
Leave it to us.
I think I... I mean, it could be okay. But I think this is better for defense, because they're going to come to me.
Leave it to
I like Phantom here, I think. So we can get some ambusher units.
Please, command me.
Now, technically, this green number here, so I could sit here, as long as a unit doesn't move, it'll actually gain a few troops up to this many, like in reserve. But being not on the defense, on the defensive here, sitting around here not doing anything is not a great idea. At least not with all of our units. Some of our units are going to have to move.
Please command me. Strike
Like,
them
this
down.
guy can sit here.
Tell me what to do. Let's do it.
Should have actually picked my equipment. We probably have a bunch of horses just sitting in our stockpile. At least we have a couple musket units, but
Follow my command.
the game seems to not want to give cavalry to people for whatever reason. I mean, I know we don't have any effect that like actually flat out buffs their attack for equipping it, but we do gain access to the charge ability, which will then buff our attack once we use it. But there are some, like I said, that will just buff your attack at all times just for having
Your command.
that equipped.
Follow my command.
Give it one more turn. Do you see these numbers? They're getting a little bit of reinforcements. It's not much. There's actually a skill called like rush preparations that makes this go up faster, I believe. Actually, not intentional, but I almost kind of have like a skew towards the southern flank. Oh wow, he already got that. Okay. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna fall. You know what? No, screw it. We're gonna go back here and try to get this last one because he's so fast. I would rather he
Command me.
go grab that. Hopefully he doesn't get found,
The enemy has been
or you know we can just get ambushed ourselves.
Man, forward.
Honestly, look at this. Look at how many resources they're committing to
You hear my plan?
chasing this dude.
Prepare yourselves.
Please,
You
command.
break off and try to help him. There should be somebody around here.
Your
All
command.
right, we're gonna start doing some individual orders here.
Let's do it. Let's begin.
Really? Just barely, and we're not doing that.
Never expect this plan.
Please command me.
Prepare yourselves.
Don't say that anymore. Every time that voice line plays, it's like I'm talking to frickin' Scooby-Doo over here.
The enemy has been
So they had a little bit more time to wait. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't just keep running. You're so fast they can't catch you. Channel your inner Sonic.
You hear my plan?
Please, command me.
I actually kind of like what's going on here. Because they are getting seriously funneled into
Please command me.
a pocket.
Prepare yourselves.
We're going to wait on advancing them. I want to wait for this flank to catch up and wrap around before I move these guys forward. Plus, if I move him forward, I risk this guy coming around behind me, and I don't want to go forward or back.
Now is the time to show off.
So he can just, they can just, you know,
Been located.
maintain the Plus, this is a pretty strong unit, all things considered. I know you might be considered throwing it away or risking losing him, but okay, now you can open fire. This is a good. If you don't hit him, there's some people behind him too that'll get hit.
Please, command me.
Your command.
Keep them coming.
Your command.
You can move in here.
Prepare yourselves. Your command.
Oh gosh, if I can get this juicy musket barrage,
Prepare yourselves. Let's get started.
that would be nice. They're all just they're putting themselves in just a handbag. I can't think of a better analogy. I'm sorry.
Release the
But they're all clumped up here. And especially this is like actually just the perfect situation for musket units, although I am going to move up a bit.
Let's do it.
I have had playthroughs where I've had every single unit have muskets, and when you get in a situation like this and everyone can open fire, believe me, it's glorious.
Enemy will never expect this.
Take aim is basically so muskets just fires. I don't know if that takes when you use your muskets if it just takes your attack value and thrusts it at ranges in a manner of speaking. But take aim also reduces the target's defense, so it's just better. We're gonna wait to move this guy up.
Please command. Your command.
Move him a little. He can stay there. Let's wait for them to move up. I want to wait. This guy looks like he's going up, and then he can follow him. I don't want to cut him off yet. He gets in.
Release.
Don't worry. Well, unless it starts raining, I think we'll be fine.
Show you my plan.
And even if it does rain, we should be.
Will you hear my plan?
A good charge.
put an end to our play.
Give him a good old tactician.
How much more obvious can you be?
Open fire on them.
Give me an order.
All right, now you just close the noose here.
Let's begin.
Please, command me. Let's begin.
Please command.
Kind of don't want to get in the way of these muskets, but
Release.
yeah, we have a really good concave all around them.
With a plan.
I'll show you my plan.
Just keep shooting them. Fish in a barrel.
The enemy will never anticipate this plan.
You break off from that unit and switch over to him.
Please,
You
command me.
take that guy.
Your command.
You move forward. It's getting a little crowded, but you know.
Your command.
Let's get started.
You stay there. Oh gosh, this unit is going to get torn up here.
Never expect this plan.
Remember a few episodes this guy did the same thing to me? Where I charged at him and he just blew me away? Yeah. I'm hoping that same thing happens to them. We'll have a charge from the side here too.
Was not prepared to
What do you got for me? Hamstring? Sure.
Time is now. Let's work together.
Alright, so we should start gaining the advantage here. They actually started with more troops than us. We have a soldier advantage now, so we're doing more casualties to them. Some of their units are probably about to break here. Oh gosh, yeah, he took 70 on the first volley. This unit's also about to break. I don't think there's friendly fire. I hope. I could be wrong.
With a plan.
But he's gonna move in. He doesn't have a good shot anymore.
begin.
Neither does he. We're gonna just kinda
Order. Let's get started.
charge.
Show you my final move.
My final move.
Your command. Strike them down.
Basically a real life anime.
The enemy will never anticipate this plan.
Now, I know you might have said in the past that this has bit me in the behind before letting these guys, but I'm telling you now, These units that run away, I know I've seen the AI do this. They will lead you on a merry chase through the entire map, and like it's really hard to catch them. And I can't see what their speed stat is. So it's usually, I think, a better idea to let them go retreat and focus on the enemies that you can actually get to. I mean, he just turned around, so you know, it's okay. No problem, really. All these units are going to just get completely crushed. Now we can start opening fire with muskets again. He'll never expect us to use the guns we're carrying. I still think either way, even though he turned around, I think it's still a good idea to just start putting the squeeze on these guys. Let's just move in through here. You can target him. You can move in through here. Yeah. We got this one in the back. No problem. See, this is, I would say, the premier fight with mostly infantry, I think, and most of our people. So there's a couple of generic people in here, most having a lot of good officers as well. So it really makes a big difference. Oh, gosh. All their units are, you know, just don't worry about it. There we go. That's more like it. I forgot what it felt like.
See how the demon Shimazu fights.
Yeah. Got some unique voice lines and everything. I had forgotten what it felt like to win these. Our aggression is soaring. No thank you.
You have my thanks.
No, thank you. Oh, gosh. Once again, better stats means better sieging and storming and all kinds of things. In fact, let me actually check something with him. No. Luring him? No, it would have been one of these I was looking for. I wondered if he had an advantage to sieging units like this. I mean, maybe he's, you know, this guy is in the army, so he's probably helping out with this, with his traits. All right, move on to the next one.
Surround them.
As you'll see, sometimes before we were getting like, you know, 150 casualties on our side, but 200 damage to them or something. We're talking more 180 to 1400. We are absolutely destroying these castles. Partly due to their skills and partly due to their aggression being lower. And our aggression being higher, firstly. Wow, we just absolutely thrashed them. Oh, that flood just destroyed so many buildings over there. Or at least degraded them. Absolutely no damage. That's what I like.
Last month's results.
Let us begin the council.
Okay. Investment cost down. Yeah, that's actually going to be relevant these days.
Sounds good to
The military points and
Sounds
that.
good to me.
I have a great plan. What do you think of a plan like this?
Okay, so I am now going to go ahead and grab the militia strength up in case I happen to use them. I'd much rather have them be better if I do have to use militia. Yes. He intends to gather all of Shikoku. I'm aware. Alright.
Understood.
Let's start investing here in Higo. Or actually, can I cancel that? Let's try to get our home node in Hizen ready to go.
Understood.
Some of these still need a little bit of investment, but that's not too bad. Now those council effects for, say, the investment cost down, that should last until the next council, so it's not just going to be for this one turn. Alright, let's move along. Clean this up.
Let's go. Get around them.
Well, they could become our vassal, but I don't see much value in giving them another 3 years to live instead of just taking them out right now. You know, since we're already, like, right there. Oh, baby. If you're alt-tabbed for that one, you're gonna have to tab back in to know what I'm talking about. Too late now. Well, there you go. You get another view.
You have my thanks.
Okay, that was... Oops. Send them back home. That was clean.
Let's return.
Absolutely clean. Quick and easy, one battle.
Allow me to report.
Busted down these castles in like 2 months. Easy peasy. Pair those back up.
Ha.
There's too much. Keeping you. Well, you know, we're at the point now where our capital is so far back. Congratulations, friend. You can go command a castle over there.
Understood. Ha.
Okay. That one.
Understood.
We're still doing pretty good on
Understood.
amount of our spare officers here. That's the trick, really, for me. It's just to make sure I hire enough officers, you know, as I gain more lands. You know, I don't want to outstrip the amount of officers I have compared to the amount of land I'm taking. So, Murakami is allied to Mori. Not that that's a huge deal. They're basically this pirate clan. They just have these islands here, and they, I guess, historically just pestered people mostly. Really, the smartest thing would be to just take out Chosukabe here, and they're the only ones left on this island between me and Mori. This clan that declared independence is still here. Probably, I mean, they're probably fine. In terms of how the way AI and diplomacy works, Mori probably doesn't feel like killing them. At least not for a while, I'd imagine. Alright, let's take our commercial actions.
I understand.
A few more investments, and then once the investments are done, we'll start monopolizing the appropriate areas. Oh gosh. Gold per turn is horrendous. I think we'll leave it for now. People are cutting grass in multiple castles. That's good to know. Look, if my income is that low, all that means is that that money's just been funneled into the army, the military.
Please command.
It's really all that means. All right, so we're in the autumn. We can do some land clearance. This one actually is lacking food. can't really help you out right now. But we definitely want to make sure in the short term. Probably needs a little help. Okay, how are we doing here? Any of these golds yet? Gosh.
I understand.
I wish I knew. This UI element is a little bit impenetrable for me. Because I don't know what this means exactly. I know the blue bar and the yellow, like if it's yellow, that means the improved bar is full. I don't know what this red bar means. I don't know what the little white pip means exactly. I mean, I had a guess. I thought that was the bar that it has to cross. I think once it goes past that, this white number will turn gold, but I don't know exactly what that represents. Because I think the actual income required is just on a node-by-node basis. Like, maybe it's 300. Because this one's 336 and it's gold. So maybe... Here, let's try that. Let's take that one out. Let's do these two that are close to that. And see if we can get that where it needs to be. Alright. New. Here in our recently gathered territories.
Got it. Ha.
Understood. Understood.
Keep improving our pastures here. All 3 of them. Yep. Only 3. Definitely not 5. Oh, you know, okay. So if we had 3 there, 1 here, 4, and then maybe 5, because we have expanded up here. Maybe that's what it is. I think we might actually, only control 3 in terms of upgrading them, but I think that overview before was letting us know everything in trade zones that we've expanded to. I think there's a way of checking that. Let me finish upgrading these first, and then I'm going to take a look at the ledger.
I understand.
I understand.
Ha. Understood.
Understood. Ha. Ha.
I understand.
Let's see. Just looking for level 1 buildings to upgrade.
I understand.
Those are the quickest and easiest, the cheapest.
I do understand.
Just work from the ground up here.
Understood.
Get everything at least up to a baseline of level 2. Okay. Don't really like doing this. Could you lend us... I mean, they'll give us something for them. So, funny thing. I could take 9... This is an oddly specific amount. I could take 9,000 gold, or I could take resources. Now, the thing is, I don't know off the top of my head, but, trading from, the trader for 1,900 horses might cost me more than 9,000 gold to get that much. I'm going to take the money. I do need it.
You have my thanks.
What did he take? Figures. He took a lot of my stuff. Oh gosh. That might have been a mistake. Can I... What happens if I tell him to give it back to me? We will need to make up for it somehow. My main problem is that, like, I just don't want him to take this land. I want it for myself.
Allow me to report.
I'm content with having gained a foothold on the island at all, but like a bigger foothold. Those are okay. I could have re-rolled that one, but I don't want to risk it getting even worse. Okay, so we did get horse attack up. There we go. So now if we equip units with those, they'll get attack increase. Same thing here. If I get this one, I'll get attack bonuses for equipping muskets. Is this life extension? Sure, sign me up. It's like a tech or a policy straight out of Stellaris. Okay, yeah, there we go. So yeah, the threshold for this region must be 300. Maybe that's across the board. Maybe everything is 300 to get to that gold standard.
I understand.
So that's the last one here that needs to be invested into. We're going to start locking these down, which also in the short term will increase our income since we're not competing with Mori for them. We do need to get this back up. I think it's because these have a lot of infantry, maybe. That's why our income went down. Alright.
Allow me to report.
The way I figure it, these are on loan for another 4 months. If he, you know, doesn't completely wipe them out in 4 months, which I'm pretty sure he won't, then we will then take them back
I understand.
and then launch our own campaign. Okay, I'm blind. But that's okay. We have a spare action, so we can start monopolizing stuff with the other action. Flying fast and loose here on the end turn button, that is. Another choke point. I think there's so many mountains. There's got to be a limit. I'm sure 97,000 troops can't fit in this sort of terrain. Well, he still won anyways, but yeah. I feel like I might have had potentially something to do with this.
Allow me to report. Please command me.
Winter work for farmers. I'm going to put this. I just don't want to worry about if popularity falls or anything like that. I don't want this settlement. It was so close before. I don't want it to starve. Utility places. Not great. What about up here? Nope, looking good up there. Let's go and just do this, I think. It's not maybe optimal. Probably better to put them here like the game suggests, but... Okay, 265, we're getting there. So the reason I'm doing this, I'll go over it again. So in order to get a grand trade zone, all of them, all the individual nodes need to be within the gold here, which I guess is plus 300, it seems. Did this one go down? I thought we had that one where we needed it to be. We'll invest there. But yeah, everything needs to be in the gold, and nobody else can have a presence there. So basically, here, like I do understand this UI element where the bar is. If there's anyone else trading here, in this case, Kimotsuki, they can't. We can't have them there, so we're going to have to monopolize that specific node. All these other ones they haven't expanded into yet. That's our vassal. I mean, I think that's our vassal, right? Yeah. So, I mean, if we integrate them, that won't be a problem for all the rest of this, but in the short term, because I have no idea when we'll integrate them. We're going to go ahead and monopolize them. Just those right now. Well, hey, as long as they don't take too much from them, this will just leave Chosokabe weak for us to come in and take stuff from them as well.
Allow me to report.
Just have to give it another... give it another couple turns. This is a Shimazu specific one. I don't even know if this is good, to be perfectly honest. So I don't know exactly what it does, but I do know your units take a lot more damage when this activates. I think maybe they don't lose as many. So when your unit gets broken, not only do you lose control of them, but their stats just plummet. But I think what this might do is it might buff their attack while they're still broken, so they might still be able to fight a little bit more effectively even while broken, and maybe it reduces their defense even more. I'm not 100%. The reason I'm not 100% is because this tactic, I don't think it gets added to their character sheet, so I can't check it in advance. It just happens mid-battle, and the specifics of the effect aren't clear to me. Well, your valor is really high. You know, you got a lot of, spirit, but everything else not so good. I could expand here. I kind of want to finish my work up here, though.
I understand.
Now, is that going to do it for me? I think it might. So this might, our home node, finally, after, 150,000 turns, might become a grand trade zone. Okay. 2 turns? I can't even adjust these right now. Yeah, good luck with that. Hey! And he literally did receive his good luck. Alright, 1,500. Oh gosh, 10,000. 1,500. Oh, okay. 3,400. So that gave us, 1,900 extra income. Pretty good. Now that clan here, the Otomo clan, apparently has a feature that they cannot monopolize their zones, and I think that's actually horrible because you can't do that. Well, you can, but you're gonna have to never get any trade agreements ever, because if you let anyone in, you're not going to be able to kick them back out. Let's work on this one. Shall invest. Is this in the same one? Yeah. That's all we need, actually. Just this one. We need to bring this up over the threshold and then monopolize it. So then we'll move down to the next one. This one needs to be invested in. Alright, one more turn. We'll gain our troops back, and then we're going to march on Chosokabe. He only took a single base from them. Please don't deploy my units.
Allow me to report. Please command me.
Okay. This time, let's not forget to do our spring work. Going to be sewing.
Understood. Ha.
I am still going to buff this up a bit. Look, I'm scared. Scared for their well-being.
Understood.
We have so much labor. I don't know, maybe it's your overall population. I know in the previous Nobunaga's Ambition games, your labor went up the higher your total population in your entire realm.
Understood.
But I'm not sure if that's... I'm assuming it seems logical that that would make that would be the case in this. Don't worry about that too much. All right, we're all good. So we just have to monopolize this. And I don't know if having this special trade zone here makes this any better for me to do that, but I think this went up on its own because I think there was 2 in here that needed to be upgraded last time I checked. Okay, we've got our troops back. We are going to try to snipe Chosokabe now before Mori gets any more of their claws into them. I guess so. I'm not allied with Murakami, but I guess they have a vested interest in me fighting them as well. Yeah, look at all these nasty choke points around here. Let's go over here. I want to defeat their forces before I commit to a choke point battle like that. All right. So we did actually deploy some cavalry this time. 4 of them, in fact. So now that we have that tech, I'll demonstrate this. So 117, it's not much, but like literally before adding this would only add the cavalry charge ability. So maybe that's why the AI is doing this more often now. It's because it feels like there's more of a point. Didn't do it to everyone, though. No, we only have 1 unequipped unit here. Pretty good. All of our units have, this is a really potent army, have more than 100 attack and defense. Sorry, I was looking at attack and morale, but most people still have over 100 attack and defense, except for this unit. Good enough. All right, move out. We're getting pretty close up to the 2-hour mark here. There we go. So probably going to wrap this up pretty soon. Probably after, I doubt we'll completely annex Chosokabe in this one war, but probably after I feel like we end this war, probably wrap up the stream.
Allow me to report.
Let us begin the council.
Mm-hmm. Actually, fine. Any military policies we want in particular? Oh gosh, 240. This one would be good. Rough march. Now they say it's for rough terrain. Oh, we don't. It's not unlocked yet. Never mind. It's kind of there, so we know that it's available, but we can't unlock it yet. In that case, let's just go for this. So commerce and military points in particular. That's good. That's perfect. And that's... I don't think we have enough for it yet, but... And we're going to save. Save our points. Alright, so we're doing pretty good on commerce. We've started to group up our nodes. Start working on this one next. I haven't expanded here yet, but I want to kind of lock down the home front here before we move on to there, because our economy's decent enough now that I don't feel it's super imperative that we immediately expand. Okay, so they just took a single castle. Yes. Okay, great. That saves us the hassle from having to monopolize the rest of these. And that one too. And once we expand into here, oh gosh, our money, we had like 4,300 or something last turn.
Results from last month.
Yep. Our income has doubled. And it's going to keep going up. I'm telling you, once we have this whole island, and once we've properly invested and expanded into it to to the, you know, fullest extent. It's worth a lot of money as a whole, fief, in a manner of speaking. That's going to help us with getting these buffed up. Not as many people there as I would have liked. I am going to mix it up and do half militia there. Oops.
I understand.
Mm-hmm. Not a whole heaping lot you can do about whether or not the refugees come to a particular area. You can kind of influence it, but not a huge heaping amount.
I understand.
I'm actually going to address that right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this. And I think the best way, so I have seen this. It says increases population. I think this is mostly farmers, though. I think if you make the town more popular, it attracts them. In fact. A few empty spaces here now from integrating our vassal. Great.
Understood.
Keep upgrading these ranches. We have now that we integrated them, we're actually going to remove this trading town. Come on, it's basics. AI. I know these are good. I know they're good, but there's only so many of these features on the board, or like it's a board game on the map. You got to take advantage of them where you can get them. Okay. Check. I really want to make sure I do all my commerce actions every time.
Let's go.
Are we going to get here first? Supposedly no. Gosh, these choke points are freaking disgusting. There is a well, that's a fortress.
Let's go.
Well, I think if I march here first, we might destroy this.
Don't look back.
Apparently he's gonna... If I'm reading this right, so if I do this, this symbol here, I believe means he'll be on the defense. Or at least he'll have forts. Either way. Maybe he'll be attacking, but because of the structure, he'll get the forts anyways. So...
Let's go.
Either way...
Back. Forward.
Yeah, he would have got there first, which is pretty impressive if you think about it.
Even I cannot beat
Oh.
sickness.
No, that's no one we have.
Allow me to report.
Please command me.
Summer work. Summer is a good time to do some farming.
Ha. Ha. I understand. I understand.
Okay. All right, maybe the commentary's dipping a little here, but kind of getting into the groove of things, really.
Understood.
Sometimes you can forget yourself in a minute, in a way. All right. I'm really scared about this fight. I mean, he's going to be choke pointed down too, technically, but well, okay. I guess he chased us down. So let's just. I hope we're on the defense here. That would make my life a lot easier.
Leave it to me.
No, of course not. I think this is because he has that structure there. I think was being attacked, but because he had that building, he's getting these. Either way. Oh my, okay, we're actually screwed. Okay. This is how he was defeating Mori. So I feel like he's going to be aggressive. So yeah, we will do luring ambush and just sit here and hope he comes to us. Because I expect he will actually come to us. Because, what did I say? Temporary something or other?
Let's go.
This one, there's no elevation advantage in battles like this, but,
We see them.
oh gosh, it's faster than, I think he might be doing a full charge. Yeah. Ooh. I don't think there's any way we win this.
Your
Just to
command?
be perfectly
Your
honest,
command?
I don't think there's any way we win this. We just have way, way less troops than he does.
Your command. Let's begin.
It's just not
Let's begin.
feasible, I don't think.
Tell me what to do. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Please command me. Prepare yourselves.
Alright.
The enemy has been found.
Lure active, I guess.
Crush them.
Oh yeah, just 34 damage.
Spearmen, forward.
Also, the situation isn't helped that they also just have these forts back here doing their work
Please command me. Let's begin.
all the while.
There is only death in store for fools. Let's do it. Your command? Let's begin. Let's
Just
begin.
fine-tune those orders.
The enemy has been found.
Enemy lured. Brutal ambush.
They appear to be
Raid.
in the rear.
I mean, we are actually doing really well in terms of the bar for now, but I really don't think that's going to last.
There appears to be someone with a plan.
Okay, push all the buttons. Activate the cavalry.
This is my plan.
Activate the cavalry charges.
You hear my plan?
Thunder God.
Raikiri, become the lightning that crashes through the enemy! Crush them!
Cavalry. Get in there.
Plan.
Mm,
Witness my plan.
hamstring, I guess. Do it.
Time is now. Let's work together. The enemy will never expect this plan.
Light him up. Shoot him.
You hear my plan?
Cavalry.
You hear my plan?
Encourage, I guess.
Lose to someone who is not prepared to die.
Alright. Hope for the best. Some of our units are close to breaking. Maybe we'll break theirs first. Get them. If we win this, it would actually be a Christmas miracle.
There appears to be someone with a plan.
Don't pursue. We need to let those units go.
Crush them.
Just everyone is kind of where they need to be right now.
Let me show you my final move. The enemy will never expect this plan.
He could be a little bit further over, but I can't waste a turn getting him over there just for a slightly better shot.
You hear my plan? Crush them.
Please, cavalry.
You hear my
It's the first battle I've ever actually felt like I've had a decent cavalry force, even though I've been claiming I want to do cavalry from the very beginning. Please, shine through. I mean, it's actually not as bad as you might have thought. I mean, these units of mine that are retreating are actually just being wiped out more so than their morale breaking.
There appears to be someone with a plan.
I mean, the least I could do, you might think I should actually issue some orders here, but there's really nothing for me to do.
You hear my plan?
Well, this guy I'm gonna move.
Strike them down.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, their lead unit has been broken, but there's just, I mean, my lead unit is going to, like, die in 3 seconds, so... And they still have their forts back here. I have 700 people versus... Yeah, it was a good attempt, but this terrain just really screwed me. Okay, well, no, that's not our leader, but either way. It's still another unit down the toilet. 32, 19, 6. And there we go. 5. It's actually just him. He's the only one left. Run away. Maybe should have done that last turn, but I really didn't think there's much. Not much hope. The least I can do is try to inflict as much casualties as possible.
You hear my plan? Fire!
I cannot believe I was beaten.
I can believe it. Oh, he's actually surviving. They're retreating. This is pretty funny, actually. Just shoot him. Shoot him dead.
Tell me what to do.
I'm still not gonna win, but it is pretty funny.
Please command me.
You, well, actually, keep going.
Please command
You get up there for next turn.
Let's begin. We can still fight.
Run, run for your life.
Back to the battle.
Yeah, actually, you know what? To be perfectly honest, I think if these weren't here, and there's no way we could have done what we did if we had pulled forces away to deal with them. But if they weren't here, I think we would have had a chance. As crazy as that might sound. I think they're actually just trying to pull back and let their forts do the rest of the work.
Begin.
You keep running in to the corner. Like, if anybody so much as, like, you know, breathes on him, he's gone. Which, you know, that's really not in the spirit of, like, the legendary samurai way. You know, this one dude, he should be able to cut down, like, a bunch of people on himself. Well, the enemy has ambushers.
Strike them down. Let's begin.
Or watch out. I'm probably actually going to wrap the stream up after this battle. Wasn't planning on doing a long battle necessarily.
Please command me. Strike them down. Prepare yourselves.
This battle is not over yet.
I mean, I'm saying the same thing, but maybe for different reasons.
Your command? Strike them down. Prepare yourselves.
I don't know how sensitive my mic is, but if you can hear a kitty in the background, that's what that noise is. How do they know?
Please command me. Please command me. Strike them
The
down.
daring gambit where he runs and hides in the mountains while his troops perform daring raids on their outposts. It seems this is where this ends. What was that sort of... What was that line for? I mean, I know it's over, but...
Strike them down.
You know, I could just end this. But I'm gonna be stubborn. Oh. Oh gosh. How do I not see him? I'm facing the other way.
Tell me what to do.
He's looking back. Oh gosh.
Begin.
Get out of there. Alright, well, we're dead. Yeah.
Seems the
Okay.
enemy has been located.
All right. He took out 4 people though. 6 people or 8 people. Somehow we got 2 people dead in a unit with 1 person. But oh gosh, serious friendly damage. Lost to small clan. It's not actually that big of a deal. Oh, somebody died. One of our officers got killed. I don't know which one though. It's fine though. We are Legion. I think now this is a little bit more appropriate, and believe me, it's coming. It's coming. Don't take that out of context. Phrasing. Josakabe, we're coming for you. But not this time. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you for watching if you've made it this far. If you have any suggestions, I will take them into consideration. There were no events. I did say if we had any more if we had any more historical events, I'd read them out. I think that's a good idea. I was mostly trying to save my voice, but I will do my best. Thank you if you're in the stream watching. I can't tell because Twitch stats are kind of buggy. So, anyways, I'm wrapping it up there. Until next time, see you then.